Hey beautiful people, I'm Naja and today we're celebrating. Not just because it's June, but because June means Pride Month, and over here, we believe in showing up loud, proud, and informed. I know y'all love it when I bring good energy, but today I have to call him back up because what's a celebration without a little cocktail and a lot of history? Please welcome one of my favorites, bar extraordinaire, host, and flavor genius, Lonn CC.
Hi all, it's an honor to be here. I've got something special for us today. We are making a cocktail called Feeling Good, inspired by Nina Simone, liberation, and the kind of joy you don't need permission for.
Damn, that was good. That part. And while we mix this drink, we're also going to stir up conversation about the origins of Pride Month, the folks who put everything on the line for the rights we have today, and how their fight shaped the world we live in.
Let's get flowers. Let's sip. Let's learn. Let's lift up the legacy. Let's feel good. Let's get into this drink. The Feeling Good cocktail is bright, floral, refreshing, and complex. Kind of like us. Here's what you'll need. You'll need pear vodka, 1 cucumber, a bushel of mint, 3 lemons, some agave, and Prosecco. This drink is a whole mood. It's freedom in a glass. A celebration of all the people who made it possible for us to love openly, live truthfully, and sit without a bit of shame.
Because Pride didn't start with parades. It started with protests. It started with police brutality and being criminalized just for existing.
In the 1960s, being gay, trans, or gender nonconforming wasn't just frowned upon. It was illegal in many states. You could be arrested, fired, evicted, or institutionalized just for being yourself.
That's some bullshit, Lonn.
For real.
And yet people still found each other. They built community in secret bars and underground networks. One of those bars was the Stonewall Inn here in New York City.
The Stonewall Inn, where I used to work, was owned by the mafia. The drinks were watered down and the conditions were rough. But it was one of the only places in Manhattan where queer folks, especially drag queens, trans women, black and brown folks, could gather without fear. Until June 28, 1969.
What happened that night? That night, the police raided Stonewall like they'd done many times before. But this time, the patrons fought back, led by black and Latino trans women like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. People said enough.
This moment turned into several nights of rebellion and resistance, and it sparked a movement. A year later, on the anniversary of Stonewall, the first official Pride March was held right here in New York City.
And you know what's wild?
What?
The language of the time didn't even include the terms that we use today. Marsha didn't call herself trans in 1969. The term wasn't in public use, but she lived her truth anyway. She was hella brave.
Hella brave. Let's also remember Pride has never been just a white cis gay male celebration. It's been carried by black trans folks, Latinx drag queens, queer disabled activists, and people who weren't mainstream enough to even be palatable to corporate sponsors.
Sounds like not much has changed, Lonn.
Not much at all.
You can say that again for the people in the back. Pride has always been intersectional, even if the marketing doesn't always reflect that.
That part. The ripple effect of the US gay rights movement has been global. After Stonewall, activists across the world, from Brazil to South Africa to South Korea, started fighting back against colonial-era anti-LGBTQ+ laws.
And we're still seeing wins and losses today. In some countries, being gay can still get you imprisoned or worse. In others, queer folk are already leading revolutions, and it's all connected.
And let's be real here. Here in the US, the fight isn't over either. Trans rights are under attack to this very day. Book bans, anti-drag laws, anti-queer legislation disguised as protecting children.
Which is so wild to me because there's a lot of people that make the laws that are really good. Queer people, they're your parents, they're our educators, they're your barista, they're your doctor, your TikTok fave.
Your bartender.
They've always been here, your bartender. The difference now is we're saying their names and telling their stories, and we are making space.
That's why we honor Pride, not just with rainbows and parties and being drunk during the day, but with recognition, resistance, and restoration. We honor the people who didn't live long enough to see the fruits of their fight.
So here's to the chosen family, the drag mothers, the ballroom kids, the activists, the artists, the everyday folks showing up fully in a world that keeps trying to shrink them.
So here's the feeling good in our own skin, our truth, our joy, our heartbreak, and our healing.
Happy Pride!
Not just to the loud, but to the quiet, to the ones still figuring it out, to the ones who fought before us, and the ones still marching.
To liberation for everybody, no exceptions. That's the energy all year, not just in June. So if the spirits has moved you, please like, comment, and share. And tag somebody who needs this cocktail and this conversation.
And let us know in the comments, what does Pride mean to you? Who are you honoring this month?
And remember, y'all, feeling good is revolutionary. Until next time, be well, be bold, and be free. Okay.